Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. So I did just cover the Pierce Brosnan story because national parks are kind of a place in my heart. And apparently we have a new law in California. This, I think, already existed in national parks in California, but I guess it probably now applies to like all state-owned parks too, the regional parks, that if you book a campsite and back out on it, there's going to be some penalties involved with that. Not surprising. I mean, national parks have been doing that for decades. It's not cool to stiff people, you know. I get it if you have like some sort of family emergency or health incident or whatever, but I'm sure you could probably try and work that out with them. Point being, okay, so Amberlynn apparently was not getting enough clicks and views from her latest scandal, which is the Mr. Snowflake documentary, which I think there's 2 parts out at this point, in which her former lover, Casey, came out and described some pretty horrible abuse that he went through while with Amberlynn, and neglect, and she used him and his family quite a bit, right? So that sort of fell flat for her because, number one, she didn't apologize. You didn't apologize, Amberlynn, at all for what you did. You're just like, well, that was a really long time ago. So, you know, I hope that, you know, we each have our own sides to the story. So I hope that we can just move on. All right. Okay. You know that you've caused devastating pain for Casey because you brought the damn thing up something like 7 or 8 years later to drag Casey just for some clicks on your channel, right? And that was very difficult for Casey, and yet to make an apology. And now what she's doing is, first, she's making fun of Foodie Beauty, which, by the way, she is supposed to be one of her colleagues, one of her friends. But she's never acted like a friend whatsoever. And so let's go through this.
Everybody has a metagross. That is this video for sailing and entertainment purposes only. You're dang skippy it is.
Who's your favorite reaction channel? Somebody asked.
Karina. I held on to the nurse.
Nurse, clear my schedule.
That's with Karina Kaboom.
What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady. I was ghosted tonight.
Tea. You guys are just here for tea, huh?
Still like knowing that your Amberlynn's the one that got away. I am not phased.
Because I'm not a mess. Super mess, right?
What are you doing out here? Hello, everybody. In today's video, for the low introductory price of absolutely nothing, we have Amberlynn Reid coming in strong. Our girl is coming in strong with cringy, embarrassing TikToks that she's posting at the very end of the year. Embarrassing, humiliating. It's a wonderful time to be alive, girls. It's also an embarrassing time to be alive, but it's a wonderful time to be alive. Also, we have Amberlynn, you see, on the heels of laughing at Foodie Beauty. If you don't know what has happened, while Foodie Beauty was being cheated on, Amberlynn, who knew how this would look, in my opinion, she knew how this would look. She posted that she was going to be giggling, right? That's what she chose to post on social media, on her Instagram, when this was going on. Amberlynn.
Well, you know, both of these ladies, one of them, Amberlynn, being, I don't know, mid-30s, and Chantel being, I think, 39 going on 40, right? They both act like they're still immature teenagers. Just like Eugenia Cooney does. Except, well, yeah, actually, she does it too. They all have the weird giggling thing going on. Um, they don't know how to handle adult situations and provide actual commentary. I think Amberlynn does ultimately write something that's a little bit more appropriate to the situation, but too little, too late, girlfriend. If this is one of your colleagues who you supposedly want to collaborate with, which has been coming up in these live streams lately, and you actually care about her well-being, then you should have done maybe a live stream and said it's very, my heart goes out to her. Or be real about it. Like, if you're not friends with her, I'm not friends with her, be real about it and say, well, she's been making bad decisions the whole time, and so therefore it's not surprising that she got herself into this situation. Either of those things would be better than a junior high response of, I'll be giggling.
Please don't bother to say that this was a meme. Please do not bother to say that it was about somebody else. I believe it was about Foodie Beauty, is my opinion. She knew how it would look. She's now actually went into somebody else's live stream, gifted people memberships because she's got money like that wonderful Amberlynn.
Tea. You guys are just here for tea, huh?
Do you know that you're squirrely?
Nurse, clear my schedule.
Why haven't you paid your taxes? And decided to speak out on Foodie Beauty's ending of her marriage, taking back her cheating husband. Rinse, lather, Delulu, Kermit, repeat. It's a wonderful new year to be alive, girls. Happy upcoming new year. Thank you so much for the support.
Did you know?
Sorry?
Did you know you're...
Happy upcoming new year. Thank you so much for the support. My Kermit is sending you hugs. All right, so we're going to get into all the drama. Ending strong with an Amberlynn Reid drama video. Oh, wow, what a surprise. Can't believe it's happening. All right, so if you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, as always, all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only and not meant to be taken seriously. I'm only sharing my own opinions, not facts, on publicly accessible information made public by public figures. I would urge you to please do not go to these people's channels and leave the mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments. Okay, so Amberlynn posted 2 TikToks that are worth talking about. The
Agreed. That goes for my audience too.
first one, she's lip syncing a Taylor Swift song. Now, I know you all know that she cannot stand Taylor Swift. She doesn't like Taylor Swift, but now she's become a big fan of Taylor Swift now that she's gotten called out for it. I really don't care if she likes her music or not. She's doing this, by the way, in my personal opinion, so people constantly talk about her. She's purposely saying she likes people and things that she never did before. It's just to drum up publicity, whatever. Rinse, lather, dilute.
Well, Eugenia Cooney also did this like a week ago. Somebody in her chat asked, do you like Taylor Swift? And she went in on the whole, yeah, I like some of her songs kind of thing. So, seems like these eating disorder channels are trying to, pick up the Swifties because Taylor's got that big tour that's been going around. So even though she had the tragedy that happened in Rio de Janeiro, her popularity is not waning,
Wondering if I just dodged, something or lost the love of my life.
Isn't this a surprise?
Okay. So, this is again about wifey. I am so sick and tired of talking about wifey. She's clearly still obsessed with ex-wifey that dumped her on the 4th of July before the fireworks. Hey, Amberlynn, whatever happened to that male friend of yours that was hanging out with you and wifey and then all of a sudden she dumped you? Delulu suspicious. Okay, so basically Amberlynn is, this lyric probably in my opinion resonates with her because...
Yeah, seriously, Amberlynn, it's been like 6 months. You gotta move on. Move on with your life. Figure out how to, read a book. Or, join a choir. Or, do something with your life. Other than just dwelling on past relationships.
because she's wondering if she really gained or lost out on the love of her life with wifey dumping her, rinse lather delusion. Honestly, the fact that you are still making TikToks about a woman that dumped you and told you that she doesn't want to talk to you, she's not interested in being your friend, and you're on day -0 of no contact is ridiculous. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because basically the humiliation and the cringe factor of Amberlynn still making TikToks about her ex is wild to me. This is the one that I really want to draw your attention to. Basically, Amberlynn posted this TikTok with some music behind it, and it's plotting my final quote for the plot decision before 2024. And then she wrote, for the plot. Let me just explain, okay, what I think this is about. And please let me know what you think this is about. I think that a lot of the times, first of all, Amberlynn has said that she still to this day likes to troll, meaning saying things she supposedly doesn't mean to get people's attention. I think the way that Amberlynn started trolling on YouTube is she started doing things that people didn't agree with, and when she got criticized, she said it was trolling. Here's the thing. I totally believe that her going on social media and saying that she was going to be giggling when Foodie Beauty was being cheated on was a for the plot decision. Because what better story could there be of Amberlynn laughing at Foodie Beauty? And just in general, I think that this, she did it on purpose. That's what I'm trying to say. Basically, she plans and plots all of her dramas way in advance to get people talking about her. Why? In my opinion, because she doesn't put up enough content and enough interesting and dramatic content on YouTube in order to get people talking. So that's why I never understand why she's so angry.
Or sincere. It's not sincere content either, and it's boring. Like, seriously, we don't want to just see her hanging around her apartment like that. It's not sincere content, and she's crying all the time. She's drinking her whatever those bomb things are, and just getting drunk and then waking up and drunk dialing somebody and crying in bed. I just had this upsetting phone call, and then there's no other details on it. Well, who the hell are you calling at that hour? I mean, the sun wasn't even all the way up yet. Give me a break.
Reaction channels, because reaction channels keep her relevant. So she admits in this cringy, embarrassing TikTok that she does things for the plot. Meaning, what that means is she's just doing it to stir up controversy and drama, which is why I think it's a little bit of both. For example, I think that she wrote that she's going to be giggling. She reposted somebody's tweet. She's going to be giggling while in the heat of Foodie Beauty being cheated on while that whole drama was going on, because she is a frenemy. She's not really Chantal's friend, okay? Right. A part of her means it, but a part of her knew how it would look. This woman has had 10 years of social media training. She knows how things look on social media. To be fair, so do I. I know how things are in social media. If you've had a job on YouTube, whether you have social media or not, but YouTube is social media, you will understand how things look.
Oh, child of God.
Here. Good evening.
Oh. Monsters! 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 Monsters!
Quiet, you.
She posted that statement about giggling about Chantal because she wanted to create a scandal and a drama. And people can say that it's a meme, it's not about Chantal. It doesn't matter if it's deep down inside in her mind and heart about Chantal or not. She, in my personal opinion, had to do this for the plot. And this is just one of the few things she does for the plot. The general point is she does things for controversy and drama, to stir up views, to stir up people writing into the algorithm, writing into the YouTube search button, search bar, oh, Amberlynn Reid. And then she doesn't post enough videos, but videos about her come up. People, you see how she continues to gain subscribers. People sometimes say that Amberlynn, buys subscribers. I doubt it. It's all the controversy surrounding her name and her making, these videos. But it's basically the videos surrounding Amber and the Amberlynn Reid law, especially now the negative publicity she's had with her ex Casey speaking out. It all drives her views and subscribers. So when Amberlynn, you could have chosen to put up any TikTok in the whole wide world. Understand this. Amberlynn could have posted any TikTok, in the whole wide world. Why would you choose to pretty much outwardly say that you plot your final for the plot decisions between 2024? Other than embarrassing yourself with that, the bottom line is you can see that she seems like she's getting away with something. Yeah, she's gotten away with a lot. Basically, Amberlynn, public figure, does things to stir up controversy and drama. And if you don't believe me, she just said it. I also want to show you what she posted on her Instagram story recently. All right, so Amber posted the following on her Instagram stories. I think this is all for attention. Going into a spiral, anyone want anything? Amber, here's the thing. I think that without you causing drama and without you having controversies, you would get no views on YouTube. I say that, you know, respectfully, from a drama perspective, as a drama channel for a long time, I can tell you that if you didn't, you know, do these type of things, like how long has she been having breakdowns over wifey, over what, being alone for the holidays? Meanwhile, she's with her family. If I was her, I would focus on reconnecting with my family and finally being around my family. But I think this is all smoke and mirrors, all for attention. Okay, I want to move on to what she said about Foodie Beauty now and Salah. If you don't know.
Oh, and also, Peter Mon recently did a live stream, I want to say within the last week or so, in which, it might have been a little bit longer, it might have been last week, in which he said that Karina Kaboom is the original drama channel, that she's been doing it longer than anybody else.
Oh, I've made a few videos on this. Foodie Beauty's husband cheated on her.
It's over. He cheated on me. He admitted it today. Who, number one, goes to somebody who's married
with one of her beezers? Basically, Foodie Beauty's husband had been talking in a certain way to one of the women that had subscribed to Foodie Beauty and paid for her membership. So, like I said in the beginning of this video, Amberlynn, her first response was, I would be giggling. She's going to say that it wasn't about the topic, but you knew how it would look. You did it because you're such a wonderful friend. So she was in your mama's chat and basically, okay. So she was gifting people memberships. I'm assuming she's a member. Wonderful. And this is what she wrote about Chantal. My heart breaks for Chantal, and she deserves better than Salah. That was disgusting. First of all, how come you didn't go and make a community page post, bestie of Chantal, if you don't know what I'm talking about? I think it's still up. I'm not going to post it here, but Amberlynn made a very scathing, I love the word scathing. She made a very scathing post about Foodie Beauty's ex-non-boyfriend in the past. How come you don't post on your community page how much your heart breaks? So cry me a very large river of Kermits, Amberlynn. So listen, her sentiment, can be looked at as true for a true friend of Chantal's. A lot of people feel that Chantal deserves to be cheated on. I really don't care either way. I think that Chantal being the other woman in many marriages that she helped break up or was, you know, involved in, she already said that publicly. You know, this is what you get. You know, now you're cheated on. I don't care either way that she was cheated on. Chantal refuses to listen to what people are saying. But I want you to comment in the comments down below, do you believe Amberlynn about her sentiment that her heart breaks for Chantal? Now, the sentiment, it could be whatever, but I just don't believe it coming from Amber. First of all, let's not forget that her first original statement was she would be giggling. So I think that maybe she thought, I mean, she knew how it would look. I'm sure she thought somebody would talk about it, but I don't think enough people talked about it because it was happening in the heat of the moment of Chantal being cheated on. But maybe she just, wants to take the attention away from her for saying that first statement. Look, here's the bottom line. I have said this many, many, many times before, and I feel like people did not believe me at all.
Yeah, I think it was absolutely a mistake for Amberlynn to try and insert herself into this situation, because the story was benefiting her by distracting React viewers away from her scandal of the Mr. Snowflake documentary. So it seems that she just really enjoys drama and just wants to be there, and she's inserting herself.
All before Amberlynn showed her true colors with Chantal. So basically, if you don't know why I don't trust Amber when it comes to Foodie Beauty, is because these two people were always fake friends, frenemies, whatever. And Foodie Beauty has so many different videos trashing Amberlynn, because when they were supposedly friends, I just feel like they were allies because nobody else supported them on YouTube. They had each other to fall back on. But, you know, they were supposedly friends. And when Foodie Beauty was dating her ex-nun boyfriend, Amberlynn went into his chat in the middle of the night at 4 a.m. and called him and his new girlfriend entertaining. She then blamed it on her psychologist. There's no way that her psychologist told her to do that at 4 a.m. publicly. Foodie Beauty then made a lot of negative videos about her, a lot of bad community page posts, and trashed her.
Amberlynn at all. I can't stand her. She is annoying. She's clickbaity, and she thinks it's funny and cool, and she gets on my nerves, and I've always wanted to say that.
Nurse, clear my schedule.
So thank you for apologizing to my ex-boyfriend. So I think I'm an empath.
And then Amberlynn, if you don't know, said that Foodie Beauty was a really bad friend because she had supported this other YouTuber who had supposedly made certain statements about Amber's health. My point here is this. I don't think that Amberlynn is a true friend to Chantal. She never was, and she still isn't. Definitely not on anyone's side except for evil Kermits, but I just have to say that I don't personally believe, in my personal opinion, that a public figure, Amberlynn Reid, is going to ever live down going into Foodie Beauty's ex-non-boyfriend's chat and calling him entertaining after she knew what he had done to her. And this is just too little too late. Let's not forget, your first order of Kermit's was to say you would be giggling when Foodie Beauty got cheated on by her husband. Even if she didn't mean to say, and even if it wasn't about Chantal, she would have never posted, I'll be giggling, because she would have understood the way that it looks. At the end of the day, I don't really think they were ever real friends. Foodie Beauty has trashed her monumentally, and Amberlynn has already, the damage has been done. The fact that Amber and Foodie are trying to be friendly again, go ahead, girls. Go ahead for the new year. Y'all will continue to fake each other out until one of you gets a Kermit. And since...
Yeah, for everybody who keeps saying, hey, you should go down and become Amberlynn's roommate. Do you honestly think these two women would last even 24 hours together? They have the same shtick, and they're constantly competing for basically the same viewership of people, because they're both horrible that way in the kind of content that they produce. And so the only reason people are watching them is because they're train wrecks. And it's not a surprise that their fan bases would not actually be loyal to them, and that they would be trolls and trying to find ways of embarrassing them.
Foodie Beauty's husband is already throwing his Kermit like it's going out of style at the Derby, the Kentucky Derby, It's just a matter of time before Amberlynn Reid betrays Foodie Beauty again. I don't believe your sentiment. Your first instinct was to post, you will be giggling. So at the end of the day, I feel that she laughed at her. This statement that her heart breaks for her doesn't matter to me. I don't believe it. Do you believe it? I think this is called damage control. That is my personal opinion. As far as Amberlynn Reid in the new year, she said she's going to be posting health journey related content. When they say related content, she does this every single first of the month. To me, I really don't care about this because it's disingenuous, because she's just doing it to pull in a new audience. I wish her all the best with her health, and I wish her all the best as well as everybody for the new year. But I don't believe this new year, same Kermit, new me. Even a broken Kermit is right one time when he buys a clock. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, that's about it about Amberlynn. I wanted to throw in a surprise Pokemon Go update. This will be the last of the year. So
okay, we'll pause there because I'm not really into the video gaming type stuff. But these two ladies need to figure out their shit, because they're both fucking over their partners. They really don't have any good content. Because, like, you got Foodie Beauty is just sitting in a car kind of whining and complaining about her recent woes, which, I mean, are fairly large woes. I'll grant her that, but she's the one who has decided to stay with this clown. And Amberlynn is over there doing nothing but bingo and drinking while she's watching TV. I mean, where's the content there? I'm kind of surprised that they haven't gone on TikTok battles like Eugenia and just sat there and said, "Come on, hit me up with the heart hands. Hit me with it. Give me the cowboy hat. Give me a galaxy. Oh yes, I want a galaxy. Oh, I love these Christmas presents." Right? Well, ladies, with your, what are they called? Mukbangs or mukbooks or whatever they're called. I can tell you that this was a good breakfast video for me. And my breakfast was a large plate of broccoli with some cheese. And I've lost 5 pounds over the last couple of weeks. So, y'all do you. And I'll do me.